Alright, gonna start another little Blitz series here. Gonna play some 3-0 in the .com pool, and we're off. Sicilian, Kalashnikov, and mainline. Okay, we get the Maraxi line. So this is the critical attempt, I'd say. Bishop e2, delaying knight c3 seems wise. Got some useful waiting moves or improving moves. Bishop e6, and now I play a6 now that c3 is occupied. And bishop g7 here. Okay, so knight c2, castles, f3. Okay, I think castle's probably... this is slightly unusual. Maybe this is interesting. Let's go ahead and do it. Takes, takes. I'm opening up on c4 here. And then probably next reroute this knight into f4. Okay, not so worried about that. I'll go ahead and play this. Wonder if I have some sort of b5 sack available. Maybe. I'm going to take this. I think that knight's more powerful than my bishop. So if here takes, takes, the bishop covers here, takes, that's fine. Let's do it. I'm on this bishop. Wonder if I should be taking that, given the chance. Not sure, but this is a pretty powerful knight. This knight is out of play for the time being. I'd like to be able to keep it that way, so let's play b5. Just trying to keep this knight from rerouting via c4. It also can't reroute via c2 right now. And now, that's some sort of weird... I think I do. Let's set up some tricks here. I think now I'm threatening takes and bishop d4. Takes f3. Okay, so he sees that. Yeah. Now, I'm also on a pin, so I have to be a little bit wary about that. What about rook here? b4 is loose. Yeah, I don't like the fact that my queen is on the fit in. Here, b4, and then he has knight c2. Yeah, maybe I should just get back out of this pen. Okay, I'm just gonna admit maybe my mistake. Get out of that pen and reroute my queen to the king side with probably h5, h4 coming. If he takes on c8, he cedes to me the c file because he can't play rook c1 there. Okay. Takes, rook takes. So we're going to get a trade here. Although maybe bishop here I don't think is anything you can take. Takes, takes. What about queen here? Actually, what about takes and then queen here? Yeah, I'd really like to be able to contest the c file. I'll start marching the h-pawn. He does have a c6 square. He's doing a good job of keeping up the tempo. I need f5. I think I need f5. Let's bring the queen in and prepare f5. But then he has some infiltration squares. I think I need some play here. I need this counterplay via f5. I know it's weakening, but yeah, so he takes... I guess I'll take with a rook, and now I'm on this. He can give it a check, but that doesn't concern me. I can step up with the king. Threatening to take his pawn. If he plays rook c7, then I can counterpin him. Okay, he's threatening this, so maybe... Maybe I actually bring the queen back. Because if I brought the bishop, then he has his check. Okay. How's he defend this pawn? Okay, so he goes passive. Okay, I need to put this pawn on a dark square, and now I can activate my rook. Okay, let's get my rook on the second. The thing is, he can't really get his rook off the back rank. I'd like to be able to wheedle this bishop in here. Yeah, he can't. Let's get my bishop out of the checks, and now I can just bring my own bishop in here, and he can't really target these pawns. Okay. Let's go ahead and just sink the bishop in here. The thing is, I'm not sure how to make progress. Ooh. He's just going to try to flag me, I think. I'm going to try to bring the king in. Okay, that's going to be mate. That's a big mistake from him. Just trying to flag me. Oof. Oof. Got the heart rate going on that one. Let's take a quick look at this. Yeah, here, I wasn't really concerned about giving that pawn. Or I guess I didn't give a pawn, but like he took on f4, giving me a lot of dark squares. Just the knight became a little bit loose on d4. But I guess he was able just to contest it with knight c2. So my idea with queen b6 was I can take on f3. Like if he tries to get this knight back into the game, for example, or yeah, let's say you try to get this knight to c2 here, then I can take on f3. He can take back with the queen because he's pinned, and when he takes back the f pawn, I don't even have that. Okay, so I need to find some other waiting move for him. I can take here and play bishop d4. That was my idea, but of course that's not going to work. He can just play some natural moves. So queen b6 is maybe a little bit vacuous. And then here, it's just hard to do too much with the opposite color bishops, although, yeah, I don't know, maybe at some point I should have, like, tried to create a battery here. Queen e3, bishop d4. Like, I can still press as long as queens are on the board. My bishop is good, whereas his bishop is bad. But it's just hard to make use of it. I'm curious about f5 here. I thought earlier he should have been playing queen c3, or sorry, queen c6 or queen c7, and just infiltrating, targeting my weak pawns. Let's take a look at the moment where I played f5. That might have been a little bit too loose. So let's take a, can I turn on the engine? Maybe. Yeah. Well, maybe I can take a look at the game review really quickly.
You clinched victory with a You clinched victory.
Okay.
Knight takes d4, recaptures the pawn. You get a The game.
Yeah, here.
The game.
So this is a mistake.
The game was fairly balanced, but now your opponent's position has worsened.
Yeah, so it's giving around -1 here.
Pawns are your king's first. The game was fairly balanced, but now your opponent's position has worsened.
Then how do I make progress? No, I'm not sure. I think I should just, it's a blitz game, so let's move on. And queue up the next game. Make sure this is still up and running. Okay, we're good to go. Keep going. Let's play maybe one or two more, playing a national master from Brazil. Ah, we get a Dutch. Let's play some Gambit against the Dutch. I like this line. Let's play queen d3. Basically threatening here to take on h7. Just activating the queen on the light squares. So take with the knight. The knight comes into g5. Knight f6, okay. Maybe I can play f6 or f3. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Play f3 and e4. So where's he going to put his bishop? Bishop d7, e4 here. Maybe I start with this. Oh, I guess he's coming into g6. Can I take that and play rook takes here? Here, takes, rook takes. This is interesting. I can also just play e4. Let's play e4 actually. Sort of threatening e5, although I'm not sure it really does much because you can still play his bishop to g6, which maybe he should do now. Okay, just going to develop and develop this one, although then knight g5 or knight g4 here, knight g4. Slightly no, maybe I just castle there. You know, in light of, yeah, I'm going to let him take this bishop if he wants it. So knight g4, I'm going to castle because I really just want to, maybe queen here. Now let's just get castled. He does have this square, which is slightly annoying. So I'm going to defend this pawn. So I have a big center. He has a slightly weak e-pawn, but luck really shouldn't have too many problems here. Really shouldn't be too much here. So do I want this? This is still annoying. Maybe this feels pretty good, just solidifying c3. So he castles, and now I really want to get out of this. How do I do this? What about knight here? Takes, no. Maybe this. Queen takes. I think that's okay. I think this is actually reasonable. He can take it if he wants. Oh, what about takes, king moves, knight b4. I guess that's a problem. I might have had to play king d2 there. So I'll take with the knight. e5, I can probably just push past. This pawn is still, maybe he has knight d5, but then I guess I can take. No, I can't push. So knight d5 is interesting here. Can I give the queen? Maybe. Maybe I could have given the queen there. But I think I do need to get out of this pen. And this pen and this pen. And the queen was very poorly situated on that square. So now what am I doing? Some pawn thrust in the center, maybe. Here takes this. Let's centralize first, because this bishop being undefended was a huge pain. And now when he plays knight g4, I always have b1. Maybe I should just do that, get it out of the way here preemptively. And now maybe I can consider d5 here. Knight d5 takes. I guess I can do that, or d5. Let's play this. Just preventing the knight from coming back to f6 and hanging some stuff. That's not good. Okay, bishop. Wait, where's the knight going? Here, maybe. I really like to be able to take this. Okay, let's do it. I'm kind of threatening to take here. Thing is, this pen is very annoying, but I have bishop e3 and bishop takes c6 coming. Queen's a little bit bereft of squares, so maybe you can force a queen exchange, but shouldn't be too concerned about that. Queen, yeah, I can take on c6 maybe. Takes. I'm hitting the knight. Yeah. Okay. Can even consider taking that, but okay, let's come back. If he repeats, I'll just hop back to e2 because I don't want to draw here. Takes here. Takes. This opens. So what about this? Takes. Just for confusion's sake, I'm going to do it. Maybe he takes here. That was a thing. And I can't take because his queen recaptures. Takes the bishop. Yeah. Okay. I really fell apart here in the time scramble, but maybe I can just take this knight back. The thing is, I'm still pinned, which is a huge pain. Takes. Yeah, this is still. I really need to get out of this pin. How do I do that? Really not sure how I do that. Maybe I should have taken that knight. Maybe I had to take that knight. I think actually I need to take with this. Need to defend this, and now it's just a time scramble. Okay. Oh no, I thought he was gonna double. That's not good. Okay. See if he wants a rematch. That was pretty poor. Game, like it's a double-edged game around here. But then I hung this queen b4 idea. Maybe just sidestep with the king first, solidify, and then go for my central breaks. It's pretty sloppy. Okay. Let's play maybe 2 more, maybe 3 more, and then call it. So 1-1 so far. An interesting gambit line in that Dutch. An interesting Kalashnikov. I don't think I'm playing poorly, getting some sharp games, but I did fall apart in that time scramble. Oh, am I actually searching for a new game? I can never quite tell. I think I was just rematching him. Okay, so we get an IM from Israel. Okay, let's see if we get a Nemzo or a QGD. We get a Nemzo. Let's play Danish. I like this line. At least for Blitz. Get the big center. Standard Bishop D3, 92. C5, not yet forthcoming. Maybe I should start like this. No, I think that's okay if he wants to play Bishop A6 straight away. Develop. I'm not sure yet whether I want to. Actually, let's maybe try this now that I have a hook. Wonder if I should be. Let's close the center. I'm going to let him win this pawn and play Rook G1 and G4, G5. Yeah, you can take that pawn if you want it. That's fine. All my pawns are on light squares anyway. So G5 takes. Maybe F4 here. F4 takes. Maybe just bring the knight in. G5, he gives me this square. I'm pressuring some dark squares over here. Okay, so this is, I'm more than happy to give my weak C4 pawn to get this outpost for the knight. Give me a little bit of time. I'm reasonably happy with my position here. I think I have good attacking chances. Maybe H4, maybe just sack on H6, maybe double the rooks first. Okay, is he coming in here? I guess. Maybe this, maybe queen F1 so I can bring this other rook to G1 or to G2. Let's go ahead and do that. This pawn is weak. Okay, how do I prosecute this attack? I think I have a very promising attack here. Now, okay, this seems natural enough. Now I can definitely open things up. Here, takes, knight takes. I can open things up. Maybe I should be improving the queen and putting on H3 first. I'm not sure. Maybe he wants to run with the king or something. I can even consider like just putting the knight on G6. So should I go for the breakthrough or should I be more patient and arrange the queen? Let's play actively. Let's play forcefully here before he gets his own break in. Would have nice had that time to improve my queen, but I think I need to just play with some force. I don't know what he's thinking about. He can't let me take here. Okay, so he goes for the exchange sack. I wonder if I can take here. No, let's take this back. Knight takes. Yeah, I'll just take a couple of times. And now, here not working yet. Maybe this first. He protects with the queen. Let's start with this. Wasn't sure whether it belonged on here or here, but this makes him react. And the thing is, ooh, but I can do this, right? Then he checks. Okay, so maybe this with Rook G3 coming. I don't think he has any productive jump to the knight yet. And I'm just threatening Rook G6 and F6. Seems dangerous. Thing is, from G4, my queen defends the check. So now when he moves his queen, I can just push the pawn. I'm not sure what he's doing about that. Queen here, I push. Okay. Seems like a win to me. So takes, rook takes, queen takes, 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 takes. That should be a win. Maybe I have something better. Let me see. Maybe check. I'm going to check first. Yeah, I think this is a very useful check. Now I'm not sure what he does here. I can just take, although then he takes here. Okay, some care required. Takes rook, takes here, takes, okay. Gotta be a little bit careful. Actually, no, now I can do this, right? And win the queen. I was just a little bit worried about this check. So check here, takes, takes, takes. That should be sufficient. Okay, this should be sufficient. Maybe it wasn't enough, or maybe it wasn't best, but it's winning the queen. I don't think these pawns are dangerous enough. Okay, that was a pretty nice win. Let's take a look. I wish I knew how to use this game review a little bit more productively. It's really weird. I just want the engine eval so I can play around a little bit.
You had a nice tactical find in this game. Let's review.
Okay, don't need the coach. Pretty poor accuracy, but that's to be expected in a game as sharp as that. Maybe this. Is that opening explorer or what? Oh, here we go. Okay, excellent. Now I've got some lines. So this is all relatively standard. Bishop e3, maybe not quite to the point. Instead, what does it want instead? It's giving a4, rook b1. Giving some mysterious moves, but maybe knight g3 makes sense. That's normally the home for that knight in these lines. But here, I'm just keeping my options open. h6. He was preventing bishop g5, which sometimes you do need to worry about if there's a pawn on e5, and I can open the f file, and then bring his rook bearing down on f6. But here it just kind of gives me that hook to attack. Here says king h1 is a miss. What does it want? Knight g3. Let's take a look at this. Knight g3, knight d7, h3, queen h4, f5. Huh. That's interesting. So it wants to arrange f4, f5 instead of playing for g4, g5. So maybe this isn't the correct plan. And here, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be closing, but I thought I want to attack on the king side. Therefore, I'll try to close the center. I mean, he is fixing my c4 pawn, that's the thing, but I do have the bishop, so maybe I shouldn't be worried about him opening the center. So that's kind of a routine blitz move. And again, I wonder whether it's saying g4 immediately. Why is rook g1 so? Whoops, rook g1 so bad there? That felt reasonable, just preparing g4, but maybe it's just saying I can go ahead and tee off. g4, h7, bring the knight in. Yeah, I'm more than happy to stack c4 pawn. It's pretty typical. And then I brought the queen in. Flash the things open, and yeah, I should just be winning here. So even +3. Yeah, very hard for him to defend. Did I miss like a knockout earlier? Here. Queen h5 is mate in 6. This has got to be pretty trivially winning as well. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. And maybe I'll play one more. I'll play one more game, and win or lose, I'll call that a session. Okay, untitled 2400 player from, is that, oh, the Philippines, okay. And we get another Slav. Semi-Slav, okay. Let's see if we get a main line. Now I'm going to get my Shabalov attack in. I think this is called the Shabalov. This is mainline stuff in the Shabalov. This is unusual. Okay, I'm I'm going to go ahead and play g5. Normally black doesn't give you the chance to play g5. So I'm threatening some nasty stuff here, like takes on f7, queen g6, takes on e6, queen e6, or queen g6. And that comes with check and taking here and taking the rook. So that's part of the idea of getting this g4, g5 in with the rook on g1 and the knight coming. It's just paving the way for some light square threats. He seems to be pausing here. Yeah, I think he senses the danger. Yeah, this seemed a little bit unusual to me. But let's see. Does he want queen e7? Queen e7, whoops. Queen e7, maybe I can have some sneaky little threats like bishop d3. Threatening takes in this. Yeah. I can take here, maybe? No, that's probably not good. Let's play this. I know I'm sacking the h2 pawn, but I'm not too worried about that. Bishop takes, I'll probably play, okay. Well, here, I really want to just take. I know we can take with a king. Seeing whether I get enough comp there. Probably not, right? Probably not. Takes, king takes. Rook takes, takes. Takes, king takes. Check. King steps back. It's probably not enough. So I think I should be a little bit more circumspect. Yeah, let's not burn all my bridges. Still sacking this pawn if he wants it. If he takes with the bishop, I was going to say I'll pin him, but then I guess he just castles. So maybe this. Yeah, let's do that. So takes, he wants this. Yeah, maybe this is a little bit. Okay, well I need to react to that. So definitely let's play this. I think I should have played f4 there instead of what I did with bishop d2. But slight, the game goes on. Should I take now? King take, wait. Takes, queen takes. It's not enough. Bishop takes here. I don't think that's anything. Takes, takes, takes. Take on g7. No. Let's just castle. c5. I can just drop the rook back. So he also castles. Okay. Let's play f4. Yeah. Here I'll just drop the rook back. I've definitely misplayed this and given him more kind of play than he deserves, but such as Blitz. Yeah, now he has some targets that I shouldn't have given him. Let's also move my king. I gotta be a little bit careful about this pin. Just gonna get my king out of that for the time being. b4, I just reroute the knight. Maybe I'll play. I really like to target these pawns. What about this? I don't see any. Maybe I should be getting out of discoveries. So 50 seconds here. I've let him get back on the clock, and I really shouldn't have. Okay, now is the time. I need to start my counterplay. Takes. Can I take here? Then he has this, and he's undermining my bishop. But then I am on the rook. I'm on this. Also on this. So he's threatening this. This beat up here. Maybe I have to play this. I don't really like it, but I think I should. Here I'll take. Then he takes here. Ooh. Yes, I think this just. This also just wins. That's mighty unfortunate. Yeah, okay. Definitely misplayed that. That was really, really sloppy. I thought I had a really good position at this point. I think instead of bishop d2, I think here f4 makes a lot more sense. Just blocking this, clamping down on e5, and then I have a very pleasant position because I'm also defending this pawn. You know, and maybe some of these sacks were working. Well, I know I said win or lose last game, but I can't end on that note. That leaves a bad taste in the mouth. So let's play one more and try to put together a solid showing here. Try to put together a good game against another 2400 from Finland. Okay. Gonna play the Matthew Sadler line. It's fun in Blitz. It's probably not great, but it's fun. Okay, I'll take on G2. Get my pawn back anyway. Gotta bring my rook out of there before he traps it with bishop G3. Play D6 now, controlling this. Maybe bishop D7 next. Interesting game. Here takes. That's probably a good move. Here takes, rook here. Takes, bishop takes here. You know what? I'm gonna sack my rook in the corner. I'm gonna sack my rook in the corner for the light squares. Just want the light squares. And maybe it's not correct, but I know in this line you're often just attacking on the light squares. So let's try to dislodge this bishop. You gotta keep the pace up. It's a wide open board, which is nice. So here, I guess you can just take it, right? I'd like to be able to plant the rook here. Maybe this or this. Maybe this one is interesting. Here, if he just castles, this one feels a little bit safer, maybe. Then I guess I can just plug it with a knight here. Let's do this. Does he have something like knight b5? That'd be very annoying. Yeah, so the rook comes, and now I can play this. So rook here. Let's play e6. It's gonna castle long. I don't have much to show for my exchange, if anything at all. Yeah. So how do I activate in the light squares? Yeah, it's not so easy. Maybe I should have been avoiding that. Oh no, I don't think I can avoid that trade. So I can't give him the dark squares, that's clear. Kind of threatening this now, maybe. What does he want? He wants a check? That doesn't really concern me. I think I need to do this regardless. The thing is, if he checks now, I can block. Takes, I'll take on d6, check, and then I have the e7 square. Still not sure if I'm any better here. Queen here would be slightly annoying with my knight. So now, what about something like this? No, then he has checks and such. This feels relatively purposeful, just solidifying everything. Cemento. Maybe this. So you want this. Yeah, okay. I think I should be defending with my queen, so I'm just going to bring it over into the action. If this, I think I can take here. Takes. Yeah, so I don't think he can get away with pushing here yet. And meanwhile, maybe I try to force a queen exchange. Maybe. I'm not sure about that either, but my king is quite exposed. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I guess he can reroute this way, but then I take on d3. So I think this does force the exchange. We can see 6, but right now that's pretty thoroughly controlled. Now I need to improve this knight. So now, where do I want the knight? Here or here? Not sure. What about this? No, that's probably not good. Let's just bring the knight in. Yeah, I need to keep the pace up. And now I can do this, and I will, because I need to open things up for the bishops. Give myself some play. Let's bring the king in. Here, maybe check. Give a check. And And do I take that? Probably not. From here, I'm trying to scoop this pawn up, I think. Yeah, here, and I'll take the pawn. Though then his own pawns get running, but... Okay. Let's put the bishop here. I need to get this knight in the game somehow. I'll take... Give a check. Give a check. Let's just poke and prod a little bit. Need to make use of these bishops. Bring it back. Now it's just on the clock. So let's try to play quickly. I may have to give some stuff back. Oh, I had to check there. Okay, let's bring the knight somewhere. It honestly doesn't matter. Maybe I take, and I'll take. Yeah, it's just a matter of the clock now, so I had to play some. Oh, maybe it just wasn't quite in time. I wonder if on chess.com if he had taken this, whether it gives mating material or not. Not sure, but in any case, like this, just it didn't matter the quality of the moves. It only mattered the speed with which they were played. That's 3-0 for you. I think after I won the 2 pieces for the rook back. Well, maybe not, because I had given the rook already, but that were quite powerful. Some interesting material imbalance anyway. Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. For some reason, I thought I had 2 minor pieces for the rook, but I actually have 3 minor pieces for the 2 rooks. It somehow was enough to create some play. Yeah, I mean, my bishop's just raking across an open board, despite the fact that he's got 2 rooks as well. I mean, it's very annoying in a blitz game. So, okay, well, I am going to call it there in this little blitz mini series. So, thanks for watching.